Even all, Hedgey from Beard Meets Beers. Hope you're all doing well. This is Beard Oil review number 9. And in this one, we have got the Ted Baker, and this is the Ted Baker Grooming Room Beard Oil. I did Google what the French translation was. Can't pronounce it now. I'll be honest with you, completely forgot. Didn't buy this one. This was a gift for Christmas because I'm a good egg. But I did check on the Ted Baker website, and it does come in at £20. Yep, steep, but we'll get into it. So yeah, Ted Baker. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. Wheeler Barb, I think. If there's any French people out there, I do apologise for butchering that royally. So I apologise. So yeah, I will run through the packaging. Just glass bottle, little dropper, bit of fluff on it. Fairly standard, to be fair, just a little pipette. Yeah, standard. Can't say anything more about that. The oils in it is the... Sorry, I forgot to tell you the fragrance of what it is. It is Meadowfoam oil. It's got like a fragrance to it, but it's very subtle. But we'll get into that. So the oils in this one is the Meadowfoam seed oil and the jojoba oil. How does it make it feel? How does it make the beard feel? Actually, can't really say nothing bad about it. I had a fairly pleasant experience with this particular beard oil. I wasn't, in all honesty, I wasn't expecting a lot from it, but that's just me. Again, coming from Ted Baker being designer and, you know, smelly place, I didn't think their oil would be any good. I will let you see the oil if you can. I don't want to drop anything, but it's a clear oil and it is fairly thin. Use it twice a day, as I did obviously with my normal beard regime up there. Yeah, not a negative experience. So that's positive straight away. That's a very good positive. How did it make the beard feel? Again, like I said on a previous video, I'd say that what the first, I think because it's quite an oily oil, very thin oil, but the oil seemed to last on the bit as much as I was trying my best and to put in without actually damaging the beard. There was a little bit of excess oil there. Throughout the week I did try and tweak it a little bit, not have as much as in, but even when I did my normal 20p piece, there still seemed to be too much excess oil on there. And again, I do my best to try and get it all in, again, to the skin, to the actual, as much of the hair I can do, and brush it through just so the beard's going to absorb a lot of it, because that's what we need to do. Obviously, we need to keep the skin underneath hydrated, otherwise we end up with the flakiness, the itchiness, the beard rough, and we don't want that. So again, probably the only negative I would say were a little bit too oily for an oil. But if you've had oils like that, you know exactly what I'm talking about, so I'm not chatting rubbish. The scent, again, Ted Baker, I was expecting it to be quite, I don't know, maybe like one of the aftershaves, but it was very, very subtle, but it was nice. I'll go back in, I'll give it a little sniff and I'll try and describe it to you. Fresh, slight florally, but like an aftershave-y, in the nose. But again, it was very nice. It was pleasant smelling. But obviously, with it being subtle, the fragrance didn't last throughout the day as long as it would. Obviously, with it being under the nose directly, you go nose blind. But even throughout the day, I didn't really get the... I think initially you could smell it and it would be subtle, but again, throughout the day, I think it just drifted off. But that's not really saying much about the oil, because the oil in itself was good. The skin felt hydrated, the oil on the beard throughout the day made feel like the beard was growing, getting fluffier. Sorry, the only negative I will say is the £20 price tag. But that's just me. Obviously, I use Fine Fettle, and I have done for a number of years, and they come at £16.99 for a 50ml bottle, where this is £20 for a 45ml. But hey, like I say, probably only negative would be the price, and it's slightly a bit more the excess oil that on it. But all in all, not a bad experience whatsoever. If you're one of those pretty boys and you're like, gonna have to give this beard game a little go, you'll probably want to get a Ted Baker. You probably will do. But there's nothing wrong with that. As I say, I said in a previous video, you won't want to then go too big straight away, especially if you're only just starting out on a beard. Obviously, your little beard journey, so you want to get an oil that's a little bit cheaper, but has the benefits that you're going to need for your beard. That, again, as I say, fairly decent. And I would say, the pretty boys out there, if you are going to start on a beard journey, you probably will want to try it. Is it going to knock off Fine Fettle? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Even though that was very good, I wouldn't be inclined to go spend £20 every 2 months on this. But the oil in itself is good. But it's just, I think for me, is the excess oil and the price tag, which has put me off. Don't let that put you off. Don't let it put off. Again, I will gift this as a present, so I have benefited from it. I would recommend people trying it again, especially if you've got it as a gift. Don't just snub it off like, oh, Ted Baker, blah blah blah. Give it a go. Like I say, I didn't have any negative things with it, but again, it will not knock Fine Fettle off. It won't do. That's just me. It won't. However, I would give it out of 5. Honestly, a solid 4. Like I say, it was a fairly decent oil. Again, it's not going to be my go-to, taking over my daily beard grooming regime, but at least I can say now I've tried it. I've given my honest opinion on it, and hopefully you guys are going to take something from that. Or girls, if you're watching this as a gift for somebody. Again, I would give it I got it as a gift, and I massively appreciate it, and I would be happy if I received it again. But I won't go out and person buy it. That's just me. But again, I've got my preferred. What can I say? That's just me. Overall, absolutely spot on. 4 out of 5 from me. But yeah, that's pretty much on there. I'm going to take, I don't know, probably a week off, 2 weeks, just try to get my beard back to where it is. Obviously, I've got my go-to products back in. Just try and get my beard to where it needs to be. And I will get a couple of little bits ordered. I'm going to get a new comb ordered, so we'll have a review on that. And I'm going to get some kind of handlebar. I'm going to get some oil, and I'm going to get some dry oil. So that'll be like my big one for the month. But I will get to that. But yeah, conclusion. Yeah, as I said, my conclusion is 4 out of 5. Try it, give it a go. See what you think. If you have liked this video, and hopefully you made it this far, thank you very much, massively appreciate it. If it is your first time here, if you fancy sticking around, I will massively appreciate you subscribing. That only helps me out. People returning, thank you very much. You know, I say every video, massively appreciate it. So thank you very much for taking your time out of your day. Check me out, talk a little bit of rubbish, check this out, and talk a little bit beard. But yeah, that's pretty much from me. Fairly decent oil, like I say, 4 out of 5, so that's my opinion. Fairly decent oil. Told you where we're going to be next, so I'm not going to take up any more time. Thank you very much. Take care until next one. Hedgey out. Cheers.